The Galactic Council chamber was built to endure eternity. Suspended above the capital world of Aethros Prime, it orbited silently, a vast ring of alloy and light visible from the planet's surface like a second moon. Within its walls, the most powerful civilizations of known space gathered to debate laws, borders, and wars that shaped the fate of trillions. Humanity had waited decades for a seat there. They had joined the galactic community cautiously, offering trade, technology, and cooperation. Earth's diplomats had learned dozens of alien protocols, adjusted to incompatible atmospheres, and swallowed countless insults in the name of peace. And now, at last, they stood accused. Ambassador Elena Ramirez stood alone at the center of the chamber's speaking dais, surrounded by delegates from 100 species. Above her, holographic projections displayed evidence compiled by the Council's investigative committee, edited images, selective sensor logs, and testimony from rival powers. The accusation was clear. Humanity, the High Arbiter announced, its crystalline voice resonating through the hall, is charged with unauthorized military expansion, violation of demilitarized zones, and the use of prohibited weapons against a protected client species. Murmurs rippled through the chamber. Elena clenched her fists but kept her posture straight. "These allegations are false," she said calmly. "Every movement of Earth's fleet was approved by Council observers. The engagement in question was a defensive response to an unprovoked attack." "Enough," interrupted Councillor Threx of the Varn Dominion. His chitinous mandibles clicked in irritation. "Your species has a pattern of escalation. The Council can no longer ignore the threat humanity poses." A threat. The word echoed in Elena's mind. Humanity, who had lost colonies to pirates while the Council debated? Humanity, who had complied with every restriction, surrendered weapon systems, and allowed inspectors into their shipyards? She realized then what this truly was, a decision already made. The vote proceeded swiftly, too swiftly. One by one, lights illuminated around the chamber, green for approval of sanctions, red for opposition. Only a handful of red lights appeared. Not enough. "The motion passes," the High Arbiter declared. "Effective immediately, Earth is stripped of Council protection. All human assets beyond Sol are subject to seizure. Any resistance will be considered an act of war." Elena's breath caught. "You're condemning billions. You know what will happen if you do this." The Arbiter's tone was cold. "The Council has decided." As security drones approached to escort her out, Elena spoke one final sentence, quietly but clearly. "Then this betrayal will be remembered." The news reached Earth within hours. It was broadcast across every network, translated into every language. People watched in silence as the decision replayed, some in disbelief, others in fury. In the Sol Defense Command, Admiral Marcus Hale stood before a wall of displays showing fleet readiness, colony statuses, and hostile force movements already mobilizing toward human space. "They wasted no time," one officer said. "Varn fleets are crossing the Perseus line. Krell raiders, too. They think we're finished." Hale folded his arms behind his back. "No," he said evenly. "They think we're alone." A junior commander hesitated. "Sir, Council law forbids us from activating the reserved protocols without unanimous approval." Hale turned to face them. "There is no Council," he said. "Not for us." Silence filled the room. Humanity had prepared for this moment, though they hoped it would never come. Hidden beneath treaties and disarmament agreements lay contingency plans older than Earth's membership in the Council. Plans written by people who never trusted promises without leverage. "Activate Iron Wake," ordered Hale. "Recall all deep-range assets, full mobilization, no transmissions beyond human space." The officer's eyes widened. "Sir, Iron Wake means—" "It means," Hale interrupted, "that diplomacy has failed." Across the solar system, shipyards that seemed dormant came alive. Asteroids split open to reveal concealed docks, civilian freighters shed hull panels to expose weapon arrays forbidden by Council law. From the shadow of Jupiter, the first Earth fleet emerged, then the second, then the third. Humanity did not announce its response. It simply moved. The first target was not the Varn Dominion, it was the Council itself. Athros Prime's early warning systems detected anomalies too late. Space folded inward as human vessels transitioned directly into orbit, an impossible maneuver according to Council physics. Hundreds of ships appeared in silence, not firing, not broadcasting, just waiting. The Council panicked. Defense platforms powered up, fleets scrambled, emergency sessions were called. "What does humanity want? They're violating sovereign space," Councillor Threx demanded. The High Arbiter attempted to open a channel. It connected instantly. Admiral Hale appeared on every display, calm, composed, his uniform unadorned. "You removed our protection," he said. "You invited predation. You broke your own laws." "This is an act of aggression," the Arbiter replied. "Withdraw immediately or face—" Hale raised a hand. "No," he said. "This is a demonstration." Behind him, space changed. Human weapons activated, not beams, not missiles, but something subtler. A cascading disruption field rippled outward, passing through Council defense grids like mist. Platforms went dark, fleets lost cohesion, artificial intelligences shut down simultaneously, overridden by a logic architecture humanity had spent decades perfecting. "We studied you," Hale continued, "your dependence on centralized control, your fear of asymmetric warfare, your assumption that no one would ever dare challenge the Council itself." He leaned closer to the camera. "You were wrong." Athros Prime watched helplessly as human ships fired, not at the planet, but at the orbital ring. Precision strikes dismantled docking arms, energy conduits, and communication arrays. The symbol of galactic authority was rendered inert in minutes. Hale issued one final message. "This is not vengeance," he said. "This is consequence." Then the fleet vanished. What followed was not war. It was erasure. The Varn Dominion's advance fleets never reached human space. They disappeared mid-transit, caught in kill zones humanity had mapped decades earlier. Entire armadas were dismantled by autonomous hunter groups that struck once and withdrew. The Krell raider clans attempted retaliation. Their homeworlds went silent within a day. Humanity did not bombard planets indiscriminately. They targeted infrastructure, power, shipyards, command centers. But without those, ecosystems collapsed, societies fell apart. Council species watched in horror as reports flooded in. Every civilization that had voted for sanctions found itself under attack. Every one. Those that had abstained were ignored. Those that had opposed the motion received a single encrypted message from Earth. "Do not interfere." None did. Within weeks, the Council's economic network collapsed. Trade routes died. Protected client species found themselves abandoned as their patrons vanished. The galaxy learned something it had never understood before. Humanity did not wage war for territory. They waged it to end threats. The final confrontation came at Athros Prime. What remained of the Council attempted one last negotiation. The High Arbiter stood again before a holographic projection of Admiral Hale. "You have proven your strength," it said. "The Council is prepared to reinstate Earth's membership. We can rebuild together." Hale's expression did not change. "No," he said, "the Council is finished. You will plunge the galaxy into chaos." Hale nodded. "Yes." The Arbiter recoiled. "Then why do this?" Hale paused. "Because order built on betrayal is already chaos. We simply removed the illusion." Earth's fleet arrived one final time. They did not destroy the planet. They dismantled